Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'm back, and I had a fantastic time, but I did miss you guys. I missed that. That might be a new high score. If not, it's pretty well tied with our old high score. But of course, the day that I announced that I'm going to be leaving and I do my last video before I leave, the very next day they make a few announcements. There were two in particular that really excited me. The first, you may have already seen. I believe it was implemented in last night's maintenance, if I remember correctly. But the daily gift, which is a fantastic, nice little thing. I collected my gift last night before I went to sleep, and it turned into a drumroll Dream Cluster S. Yay! So I don't know. Hopefully the gift will be a little more interesting than that most of the time, and it was probably just bad luck on my part. But it is exciting to get gifts. I think they said Poke Biscuits are going to be in there too, so that would be really nice that we could just kind of stockpile those a little bit over time, use them when we need them. But the other major thing that I'm super excited about is they announced we have a new island, Lapis Lakeside. Not sure what it's going to be there. Probably dragons, if I had to guess. I do believe that they have found Dragonite in the game, but not available for us to catch. So maybe it'll be a dragon island, but who knows? Could surprise me. Could be a rock, not a rock. We have Taupalo. Could be an ice island. No, we have Snowdrop. I don't know what I'm talking about. Who knows what it could be? Probably dragons, but we'll see when they finally put it in the game. But until then, let's go ahead and jump into what we've got today and get back into the swing of it. I did go to Greengrass this week since we have the holiday event coming up and it's on Greengrass. I figured you guys would want me to go to Greengrass and work on my island bonus. So that's where we're at for now. We will return to Snowdrop once the event is over and get back to work on powering up Snowdrop because it was difficult, but I was starting to kind of get the hang of it towards the end of the week. But we did get 88 sleep points, so that puts us at 18,547. We do have enough for our 17,200 that we want to be able to buy out the shop twice. So we're just waiting until the end of the month to do that. I also am trying to stockpile a little bit of sleep points because I might need to buy some of the evolution items. That's the word. So kind of holding on to those because some of these evolution items get pretty expensive. I think they're like 1,400 each. Yeah, moonstones, shiny stones, and all that. I do need a couple of them, so it would be nice to have some stockpiled. So that way we have them available when we need them. I could have just done it while I was on that screen, but I did want to go ahead, and for those of you that haven't found it yet, if you click on the shops and you click on general store, you can actually see, let me go back real quick, this little red dot right above there that lets you know that your daily gift is available. Contains one kind of item chosen at random. So it costs 0 diamonds. You can just go in, pick it up. I got diamonds. That's even better. It cost me 0 diamonds and I got diamonds. I will definitely take that. I did not know diamonds were a possible drop. That's really good, actually. I will definitely take some diamonds. But yeah, that's where your daily gift will be. So make sure to go and collect it every day. We did get a mission complete. What did we do? Giving Snorlax his favorite berries. Good job, us. Funny enough, I've actually been having some trouble with this team this week in terms of keeping up with the amount of ingredients I need to cook, and I don't know why. So I did put Blastoise on the team. I didn't have him there just to try to help out, and it's not looking great still, so we might have to change things up again. But let's jump into this sleep report. Session 138. 7 hours and 27 minutes. Got to bed late. Got to get my sleep schedule back on track after my little time away. But that's definitely going to be a snoozing type sleep. So let's see if we can get a Charmander or something to replace the one we have. See if we can break 10. Yeah. Oh, it started going up real quick. But yeah, we're at Master 2 sleep research. So 21.49 million, almost 21 and a half. And it looks like we've got a full research to start off on a Thursday. Hey, there's Charmander. And a new sleep style. Ooh. Which I don't know if they're gonna... I don't know if Lapis will be available immediately to everybody or if we'll have to unlock it through sleep style research. If we do have to unlock it with a certain number of sleep styles, I will more than happily take extra sleep styles so that we don't have to worry about it. But we did get 2 Rattatas, a Meowth, a Slackoth, a Growlithe, a Wigglytuff, a Cyndaquil, and of course, this adorable little Charmander. There's our 4-star top belly Charmander sleep. Not the last one we need. And we do know that that 3-star sleep style is locked behind the incense. So that will have to wait for another time when we actually have the incense. Anybody hungry? Ooh, Cyndaquil's hungry. That's good. I do need a really good Cyndaquil too. Both of the fire starters I am kind of lacking so far. Let's see. Yep, Cyndaquil is just gonna be what we do. I feel like Cyndaquil is a bit more helpful than Charmander at this point for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that while we have the chance and be done with it. And while I'm thinking about it, I did actually run into an Absol over the weekend. I didn't catch it, however. You guys told me to power up that Blastoise for Coco, and it actually was doing so well at bringing in Coco. I did not feel that I was really pressed to bring home an Absol anymore. So I just went ahead and it was actually ended up being hungry. So I just fed it the bonus biscuit and a couple extra Poke Biscuits till it got full just to set it up for us to take it home easy next time. So that's what happened while I was gone. That was the big thing I saw. Nothing else interesting, no shinies or anything. So you guys didn't miss much. Let's Cyndaquil's so adorable, but yeah, let's send out this Charmander candy. I feel like people use Charizard on their team quite a bit. Let's make sure everybody's got enough candy for their Charizards. 1050 research XP is enough to rank up. Rank 39. There's another Poke Biscuit, a Luck Incense, and a Dream Cluster. Then 2,241 Dream Shards. Not too bad. Not bad for a Thursday. And we've got a level 10 and a sassy Cyndaquil. So let's go ahead and switch on over to the calculator and see how that's going to turn out. Where are you at? There's Typhlosion. There's Cyndaquil. So we've got ginger, herb, ginger. Not a bad mix of ingredients, but it is a berry specialist, so I'm not really worried about it. We got inventory up M, which is okay. Skill trigger S, not really that great. Ingredient finder S, not great. Dream shard bonus, don't care. Helping speed S all the way at level 100 is kind of rough. And then sassy, which is main skill up and experience down. Not too great. Yeah, I'm thinking this is probably not as good as the Quilava we have. At best, they're about the same, but given that the Quilava is already like level 17 and evolved, even if they were exactly the same, it wouldn't be worth investing into this Cyndaquil. So yeah, I think this Cyndaquil is going to go to the professor. Let me just double check the Quilava real fast. There you are, level 16. Oh, I lied. The Quilava is way better. It does drop off towards the end, but it's definitely better than this Cyndaquil we just caught. So that is a Cyndaquil going straight to the professor. So professor is getting a brand new friend today. But that does put us another step closer to that friendship level 10 for Cyndaquil, so I will take that. We had another 1,502 strength gained while we were gone. And let's go ahead and see. I believe there is news today. Here's the update contents. blah, blah, blah. New features. Preparation for the holiday event. Daily gifts added, which we've already gone over that, so be sure to grab those gifts every day. You can get Poke Biscuits or diamonds chosen at random, but that's not the only gifts you can get or items you can get out of it. Like I said, I got a dream cluster yesterday. I'm sure you guys have gotten some other stuff. So actually, let me know what you got in the comments. Let's see if we can figure out exactly what this list is going to be, or just an idea of what some of these items are going to be. Then we've got game contents, adjustments to make it easier to pick up berries and ingredients by flicking. Notes, the tap and flick response area has been increased, and this area can be changed based on the camera zoom status. Oh, interesting. Adjustments have been made to Swalot and other large Pokemon whose berries have been hidden. That does happen quite a bit. Friend list in the research community has been changed to show friends in order of the most recent to send research reports. Okay, so it looks like the people who are inactive will be further down the list, so that's good. Help us figure out who's stopped playing a little bit easier. Max capacity that the bag's item pocket can be enlarged to has been changed from 500 to 600. That's good for people who are at that. Same with the ingredient pocket, 500 to 600. So if you're at that cap already, that's good. You got a little bit further to go now. Play will now be temporarily suspended when the device's time settings are repeatedly changed. They're on to some of you. Better watch out. On the map screen, the numbers of Pokemon whose sleep styles haven't been seen yet will be replaced with question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh, interesting. So they don't want us to know exactly how many are there. I mean, we're going to figure it out, but interesting that they would make that change. A notification has been added to inform users that they don't have enough storage space if the device has less than 100 megabytes of storage space left. Sure, some people have run into that problem. I haven't, so cool. The max number of research reports that can be received through the research community has been changed to 50 per day. Ooh, that's an interesting nerf. All right. Adjustments to a case that caused sleep consistency grades to become considerably worse. Note changes were made so that when a user tracks sleep twice in one day, but the longer sleep session tracking fails, the shorter sleep sessions tracking will not be included in the sleep consistency grade. Okay. Balance adjustments. Number of candies received when sending certain Pokemon to the professor increased. Example, Ivysaur candies increased from 5 to 7. Venusaur from 5 to 10. Okay, so you get more candies based on the evolution level that you send to the professor. That's a cool change. That makes sense. Effectiveness of main skill Dream Shard Magnet S increased. For example, at level 1 from 88 to 240. At level 6 from 568 to 1260. That is a significant change. That's actually quite a bit better. Kind of in line with what I was thinking it would need to be to actually make it worthwhile if you wanted to use it. So, great change. Effectiveness of main skill Extra Helpful S increased. Also good. At level 1 from 4 to 5, and then at level 6 from 9 to 10. Not as much of an increase as I would have liked to have seen, given how I understand the skill to work. Keep in mind, I may not understand it exactly correctly, but I feel like I do. And based on what I understand, that's not a huge increase, but it is an increase and it's a step in the right direction. So I'm good with that for now. Adjustments so that when a Pokemon with a main skill specialty hasn't had its main skill trigger after a certain number of times, it will become easier for the main skill to be triggered. That's good. Makes it more likely to trigger over time. If you're getting bad luck, eventually it will trigger. So that's good. The third, get Snorlax to a certain rating mission. The mission that has a reward of a Pokemon incense in the weekly missions was made easier to complete. I did notice that. It was Master 3 for me, and now it's Master 2, so I ended up getting it after the update finished last night, which it was a Metapod incense, so hooray, but it is an incense, and it is easier to complete, which is helpful because there were several times where I would end at Master 2 and not get it by the end of the week, so I'm happy with that. Then we go to bug fixes. Notifications not displaying properly when the server is crowded. Pokemon in the Pokemon box that have natures that lower their energy recovery, recovering only up to 80 after sleep tracking. Didn't even know that was a thing, but that's good to know. Bonus biscuits that were given out automatically during sleep research not being counted towards Give Out X Biscuits mission. Good that they fixed that. In certain very rare cases, the app becoming unable to proceed when linking with an Apple ID. Also never ran into that, but good that they fixed it. We definitely don't want people losing their account just because of an app issue. And then bug fixes specific to Android. News text not displaying properly when the text size is affected by Android devices' font size changing. Good to know. We hope you continue to enjoy Pokemon Sleep. So far, I am, and I plan to continue for a while. Let's go ahead and see what medal we got. Wrapping up all the news. Times you got a sleep score of 80 or higher 120 times, and number of fairy types studied 100. That's 10 more diamonds and a Dream Cluster S. I will take all day. And let's see what you guys have gotten up to in the research reports. 50 out of 50. We got 40 reports, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 that doubled up today. Interesting. And 4 out of the 5 are level 5. Very interesting. A low number, but it's still, what is that? Math is hard today. Math is very hard today. What is that? 12.5%? So not too bad. I thought I was gonna rank up with Arasu, but I guess not. No level ups today, but we've got quite a bit going on. So why is there, oh yeah, because of sleep style decks. So let's go ahead and collect from our team. We have Doug Trio on the team for the tomatoes. I was going for solar powered curry this week. 796. I actually got really lucky with the berries. Ooh, we got another main skill trigger with 1297. I got really lucky with the berries this week with the I think it's the Greppa berries, that the electric ones that Raichu has. And I have a pretty decent Raichu, so I had to make sure to put him on the team. And then Blastoise is here to give me that skill trigger. That's what I want. To try to round out and give me just enough ingredients to actually cook, because I was having an issue with the team I had before. Originally, I had our shiny Geodude, which I did evolve to a Graveler at the beginning of the week. And the same with this Haunter. This is our Ghastly that we got that's going to replace our Gengar eventually. So I also evolved that to Gengar at the beginning of the week. I don't think that these will skill trigger because I'm pretty sure I had their pack full. Yeah, their pack was full. So no skill trigger with them. But we can jump into the breakfast. And like I was saying, that shiny Graveler, it just wasn't giving me enough ingredients yet to really justify having it on the team. So I swapped it out with the Blastoise to try to get enough ingredients to even make a meal, because I was getting to the point where every time I was making a meal, I had exactly the ingredients I needed, or maybe a couple extra just to make the solar powered curry. And I would like to, have enough ingredients to cook whenever the time is ready to cook. Let's go ahead and get all this going. Actually gonna have a pretty hearty tomato curry this time around. Hoping that we can get to a decent master level this week. 10,637 on that curry, so that's enough for a level up. And this one's getting very close to maximum dish strength, maximum level. Now 10,000 should put us at Master 4. Should. Does. So that's Master 4. And I'm really hoping that we can start seeing some new sleep styles this week, with it being a lot easier to power up Snorlax on green grass. Like I said, I got the Greppa berries, also got citrus and Pam tree. Citrus is another reason I was trying to use that shiny graveler, because he was bringing in ingredients and also favorite berries, but just wasn't working out. And then we've got the Dodrio on the team for the favorite Pam tree berries. So let's see. I want to take a look at this Gengar or Haunter. We can. It is at a level. Well, it doesn't even have a level requirement to evolve. I was thinking about evolving it soon, but I don't have the candy for it. And I'm not 100% sure I want to invest the handy candies into it just yet. It is quite good, 86% over the course of its life. So that is pretty good, but that's a hefty handy candy investment. I would need, what is that, 69 more candies. So that would be 23 handy candies that I would need to use. And I have 24. So again, I would have to run out of all of my handy candies just to get it there. Meanwhile, this one also still needs to get to level 30 for the leaks. This one actually brings in ingredients pretty frequently. You're pretty good where you're at. I'm happy with where this Blastoise is. Not really too concerned with throwing in any extra candies right now. This one definitely needs to level up quicker, but it is going quite slow. But I do like the helping bonus on the team. And then of course, this one's just a powerhouse. It's not the best it could be, but it is quite good. So I am happy with that. Not really interested in throwing a whole bunch of candies into it at the moment. Just wanted to get it powered up a little bit just to try to bring that frequency down. But other than that, it is doing great. And that's kind of where our team is at so far. So you can see we're bringing in Oranberries, Greppas, Piggies, Pam trees, and I forget the name of this one, Wiki berries, I think. And then all the ingredients we're bringing in with our main skills. So not too bad of a team. Might actually be able to make it slightly better by putting in something besides this Dodrio, but I'm not entirely sure that I want to do that just yet. I feel like it's been doing pretty well. The only thing I might swap it out for would be this Larvitar, which may not be the worst case, but I don't know. It's been doing well so far. Larvitar might actually be a pretty decent idea just to bring in some more ingredients and to get some XP on it while we sleep. But that's the team we've got for now. It's looking pretty great. They're doing pretty well. I'm happy with it so far. That's going to be maybe the team to round out the week. And then, ooh, more sneaky snacking. I always love to see that. We only need 31,000 to get to Master 5, so that should be pretty doable. I'm hoping to get at least Master 7 this week. I think 8 is pretty doable, but we'll just have to see how the week goes. But that's where we are. I'm back. That's the team update. Hope you guys have been doing well in my absence. Hope you got all the Pokemon you were hunting for, and that's what I've got for today. So I appreciate you coming by. Be sure to hit the like button if you liked the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, later dudes. Good morning everyone, welcome back. We're on day 5 here on Greengrass Isle, and we're gonna have a bit of a weird episode today. We're only gonna start off with 3,160 sneaky snacking for a good reason, but a bad reason. So I already saw our overnight sneaky snacking, not because I was slow about closing the game, but because it finally happened to me. The game crashed while I was sleeping last night, and so we're not going to have any sleep research to do, which means unfortunately no new friends today, but at least we're going to start off with Master 6 for today. It would have been a good research to have. A Master 5 on a Friday, that would have been a really good research. Unfortunately, it is what it is. The game crashes sometimes. So no sleep points. We are going to have to manually enter our sleep data, which means we're going to do things a little out of order. Good sleep day number 5 has been announced though, so that's good news starting off. And we already got the bundles announced too. Well, let's start off with the big one. Since we're going to be doing things out of order today, let's go ahead and start off with the big one, the announcement of Good Sleep Day this month. Rest your very best. We all know the drill by now that it's going to be 1.5 times on during this period. Drowsy power will be multiplied by 1.5, and on the day of the full moon, December 27th, it will be multiplied by 2.5 because the 27th is Wednesday, if I remember correctly. So day 1, Tuesday, December 26th. Day 2, the night of the full moon, Wednesday, December 27th, and Thursday, day 3, December 28th. So we just have to sleep during the event, which we all, well, most of us have done the event. I'm sure there's some new players out there that haven't done it yet, but if you haven't done it yet, you're in for a treat. So on the night of the full moon, December 27th, we get 2.5 times drowsy power, still getting three times the Pokemon sleep XP and the bonus 1000 sleep points, so that's good. And then on the other days, December 26th and 28th, 1.5 times drowsy power and still the same ×2 sleep XP and an extra 500 bonus sleep points each day for a total of 2000 bonus sleep points. So that's good. Also, since we have the XP buffs, that's also the time to use your growth XP or growth incense if you have them and want to use them. It's a fantastic time to power up some Pokemon pretty quickly for not a whole lot of cost. The multipliers for drowsy power on the night of a full moon during good sleep day events depend on the day of the week. This is what we found, or what they told us for the last good sleep day. So just a recap of that: Monday ×4, Tuesday ×3, Wednesday ×2.5, and on all other days ×2. So next month, I believe it'll be ×2 because I think it falls on a Thursday or a Friday. Notes: drowsy power on the days before and after a full moon will always be multiplied by 1.5 regardless of the day of the week. So we did know that. And then notes about good sleep day. I think this is all the standard stuff. Each day rolls over at 4. Event bonuses applied to only sleep track during the event. If you wait to report sleep data before the event begins and select review later, it's not applied. If you wait to report sleep data tracked during the event and select review later after the event has ended, it will be applied. You can only receive bonus sleep points once per day. Will not receive bonus sleep points for the second sleep session in a day. Event bonuses do not apply to sleep tracking during the tutorial. Event bonuses will be triggered regardless of which site you conduct your sleep research in, and the effects of incense stack with good sleep day effects. Oh, and then it goes through: if you use your growth incense on the night of the full moon, XP gains will be multiplied by 6 instead of ×3. So all the standard stuff really quickly, just running through, basically just figuring out what days we're looking at. So that is not next week, but the week after. And then to go along with the Good Sleep Day event beginning at 4 a.m. on Tuesday, December 26th, Good Sleep Day Bundle Volume 5 is going to be dropping, and that's going to be available December 24th, which is Sunday, to December 29th, that Friday, if I've done my math correctly. And it's going to include, actually kind of decent, maybe not the price. So Good Sleep Day Bundle Volume 5 is 1,500 diamonds. And that comes with 2 Growth Incense, 2 Luck Incense, 2 Focus Incense, and 9 Great Biscuits. So the 9 Great Biscuits on their own are worth about 1,800 diamonds. So this is a good deal in a way. I personally would like to see the Great Biscuits dropped completely from this bundle, and instead just have the incense for only 500 diamonds. I think that's that's a fair deal. But as it stands, this is the bundle, 1,500 diamonds for all of that. Not that bad of a deal if you've got the diamonds. I certainly don't, so I won't be buying this bundle. But if you got the diamonds, it's not bad. Growth Incense is an item that doubles XP. We all know what these items do. And it really is only highlighting the Growth Incense, which is funny. They're really hammering home that you should use the Growth Incense during the event, which does make sense. All of them will work, but specifically the Growth Incense will work very well. And that's all it is. That's pretty standard fare, not too bad. The bundle's all right. So if you've got it, if you got the diamonds and you want to get the bundle, go for it. It's not bad. But let's go ahead and see if we can add this sleep data. Where are we at? How do we add? Let me try to remember. I know it's in here somewhere. It is supposed to be here. Oh, right there, right above me. I didn't even see it. Add sleep data. Add data. Let's see, I went to sleep yesterday at about, I want to say it was like right at 11:50. Oh, that goes by the minute. So let's go ahead and scroll this way. 11:50 p.m. Wait, let me make sure I got the right day. Yes, it was December 14th. And then today I woke up at 9:30. Which I was not trying to do. I was trying to wake up at 8, but since this game is my only alarm that I had set and it crashed, I did not wake up at 8 o'clock like I was trying. So let's go ahead and save that and let's see what happens. Your data has been added and you received some rewards. Your helpers had their energy restored. You'll get 2 bonus biscuits from the next sleep session you track after today. So that's actually a good thing. We will have 2 bonus biscuits for tomorrow's research. So that's very good. I didn't know that was a thing. However, if you track sleep for a second time today and conduct sleep research, you will not receive this extra bonus biscuit, which is fine. I don't ever take naps, so we're not worried about it. And even if I did take naps in real life, I wouldn't track it in the game because I don't like what that means for your research. Let's go ahead and see what the community reports are looking like today. 41, not too bad, not too bad. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 that doubled up. Looks like all of them are tier 5 now. I think most of my friends are getting to tier 5. So that does make sense. We got 7 doubled up out of 41, and there's another tier 5. That's 1, 2 level ups. Only 2 level ups today, but that's all right. I do need some more link cables. I'm about to use some here pretty shortly. And 2 handy candy times 2. So that's good. And then one thing I wanted to check before we go. I believe it is in this menu. That is correct. You can now see here on the right side the last time that somebody was active in the game. So all of these are within 1 day. Most of our friends are active. Ooh. Well, we have some friends that are not very active anymore. So I think especially for these friends that are no longer active and it's been over a week, I think you guys know what that means. So let's go ahead and get those removed and out of the way. Goodbye, Captain JCC. Goodbye, Hydreigon. It's been a bash. Goodbye, Hyacinth. Goodbye, Cutmin. And goodbye, Lycathy? Goodbye, Lycathy. All right, and then Escaldor, rank 2. Yeah, time to say goodbye to Escaldor as well. All right, and just like that, we have cleared out our friends list thanks to this lovely new feature that they put in to where we can actually see how long it's been since they were last active. No longer do we have to go through and open each individual letter and spend 20 minutes doing that. But now we have some friends open. And we can add some new friends to our list. So if you guys would like to be friends with me and conduct sleep reports or sleep research together, drop your friend code in the comments and I will add the first 6 people to comment. We have tried in the past to open up the friend codes for everybody to see, but it seems like YouTube doesn't like that for some reason and doesn't let you guys see each other's friend codes. So unfortunately, we can't build the community together yet. There may be a way for us to work around that in the future, but as of right now, this is what we have. So like I said, drop your friend code in the comments. The first 6 people, I will send you a friend request, and we will move on. Before I get into feeding time, do not forget to collect your daily gift. It costs 0 diamonds, and we got a ingredient ticket S. I do need those. Even with Blastoise on the team, I am still having trouble getting enough ingredients to make meals. Another 1,352 sneaky snacking. Got some Diglett candy, a bunch of fiery herbs. See what I mean? I'm at 32 ingredients right now, and I should be well above that, but for some reason, you're just having difficulties this week with gathering ingredients. You guys should not have triggered a skill. Just wanted to double check. No skill trigger. Ooh, what do you got? You got more? Or did it? There's another berry. All right, I'll take another berry. So let's go ahead and get into cooking some breakfast. And we have the solar power tomato curry, which is getting very high up there in levels. I am very happy with where this is going. Although it is pretty high level, it's not the best potential curry. But we do have enough to fill out the pot without using our extra tomatoes, so that's good. And then this, I believe, should put our solar power curry to level 37, if I remember where it left off. 10,325. That is enough. Level 37. And then maybe 38 tomorrow if we get lucky with how these meals go today. And that 10,000 should put us about 2/3 of the way to Master 7, I think. Nope, I was quite optimistic about that. That did not go as far as I thought. So let's see. We're at 373,515. And we need 391 to get to Master 7. But yeah, that's easily doable today. And then Master 8, 428. Yeah, we should be able to hit Master 8 for sure. Actually, tomorrow. So we might get Master 9 or 10 by the end of the week. I may have been a little conservative in my estimate yesterday. I know the team analysis on Raynon showed Master 11, I think, but I didn't set it up to count retroactively. That was just counting for the entire week. So I don't think that's quite accurate, but we might get to Master 10 at least. I am, however, thinking about swapping out. I kind of want to see how well this works. But I think I'm going to swap out our Blastoise for our hybrid Doug Trio, simply to make sure that we have enough tomatoes coming in, because unfortunately it's just not doing. The one Doug Trio we have on the team is not cutting it. I had to use, I think, 3 ingredient tickets yesterday just to get one of my meals in, and it's mainly because of Doug Trio. So either we're gonna have to find a better tomato gatherer, which may be the Bellsprout that we've been holding on to. Where are you at? Yeah, so this Bellsprout's pretty decent, but it's not as good as I would like. The nature is not the best, but it's pretty solid, and this frequency is very low. So we may need to work on this one at some point. But I think for now, we're going to swap out for the hybrid Doug Trio and hopefully be able to get the tomatoes that we want, just to at least be able to make the meals. I do only 8 Diglett candies because I really need this one to be level 30 for those leaks, but we're going to have to wait. Definitely don't want to do that right now with the event right around the corner for the double candy boost, or candy boost, not double candy boost. So I am saving a bunch of candies. There's a lot of handy candies that I could use right now that I really am just holding on to for the event so that we can see how good that's going to be. But yeah, that said, that is all I've got for today. Appreciate you watching the video, so make sure to hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, later dudes. Good morning everyone and welcome back. We're on day 6 here on Greengrass Isle, and we have a very special research today because we are starting off with 10 honey. Nah, I'm just kidding. We got 2 bonus biscuits today because our sleep research failed yesterday, so it ought to be a pretty good one. Well, let's go ahead and grab these sleep points. I forget about the sneaky snacking. It's 27,300 to start off with. That's pretty good. That Raichu definitely putting in work as is expected. Got 100 sleep points to add to the total, 18,647. And let's go ahead and jump into this sleep research and see. Oh, nope, we gotta wait on an animation to play. Let's master 8. I tried to get there last night, but it just did not happen. So we will have a master 7 sleep research today. And hopefully we can get something interesting because this double... Oh, it looks like the animation's ready to play again. Yes, we do want to review our unreviewed sleep data. This is session 140, getting up there pretty high now. And actually, I believe this is episode 93. So we're getting close to episode 100. We got 8 hours and 50 minutes of sleep last night, so it's a sleep score of 100 that looks like it's probably going to be a dozing sleep type. Maybe balanced, tossing and turning all night again. Yeah, definitely dozing. And then hopefully that means we can at least break 35 million, somewhere around there. Yep, broke the 40. It's 42.2 million. That's pretty solid. We have a full roster today, all 8 Pokemon slots filled, 1 a top belly, and then a bunch of 1 stars, which may actually be some new stuff. I almost got excited. I thought that was a shiny Gulpin for some reason, and I forgot shiny is blue. I had it backwards. That was cute. It looks like no new sleep styles. I think that was all 7 really quickly. But we did get some rare stuff, a Pinsir. Very interesting. So we got Pinsir, Haunter, Gulpin, Caterpie, another Pinsir, 2 Pinsirs. And then Shuppet and Mankey. So 3 really good spawns. 4 really. Haunter's actually a pretty good one too. With any luck, both Pinsirs will be hungry and we can at least take 1 of those home today. There we go. There's the top belly. That is the last one we need for Gulpin. So let's see who's hungry today. Manual entry, you received 1 more biscuit as a special treat for this snack time. That makes sense. No one's hungry. That is unfortunate. Very unfortunate. I did put in work on Pinsir before, so that's good. I don't think we're gonna do anything except focus on the Pinsir right now, just to have 1 in the collection. So let's just go ahead and get that going. With any luck, 1 of these will turn into a big hit just on its own. But that is unlikely. But unfortunately, without it, let's go ahead and feed the other one, right? Yeah, let's do that. Maybe this guy's hungry and just didn't tell us. Nope. But with only 4 pips left, you know what? I think we can make this work. We're taking this Pinsir, 1 of these Pinsirs home. All full after ooh, that's not good. That is not good at all. Oh no. Come on, buddy. Play nice. Don't be full. Don't be full. Don't be full. Well, that is unfortunate. I thought I would be able to feed both of them 2 biscuits before they got full. That is really, 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 really unfortunate. But it is what it is. And today is Saturday, so we still have 2 more research days before the end of the week. So hopefully we can find one tomorrow. I think I'm just going to give this Shuppet 1 biscuit and see what happens, because I do still need a good biscuit or a good Shuppet. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cut my losses and unfortunately move on. That is unfortunate. Both of them full after just 2 biscuits. But at least we saw 2 of them, got a decent amount of pincer candy out of it, and got a lot of progress. We'll definitely take a pincer home next time we see it. No questions about that. Send out some pincer candy. I'm not actually sure how pincer stacks up in terms of usefulness on anybody's team, so it'd be interesting to have one, but everybody will have plenty of candy one way or the other. We did get 1,807 research XP, not enough to level up, and another 3,616 dream shards, which I desperately need. I'm really looking forward to this dream shard bonus event. Is it just re-triggering the Master 8? Yep. 0 dream shards? That's funny. We are almost Master 9 though. Let's go ahead and jump in. No news, but we do have the Good Sleep Day event that has been announced, which is fantastic. Go ahead and see what our research community has found. 27 reports, which sounds low, but I did have to open reports to add friends yesterday. So there were the first 6 of you that dropped your friend code. I did send a friend request to, so if you were one of the first 6, go ahead and check your requests and you should have one from me. But today we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 that doubled up, which is pretty good odds for only 27 reports. So that's pretty great. And we're getting close to a level up, level 5 with Papa Goth there. So we're doing pretty fantastic. I see 2 people still haven't accepted the friend request. So there you go. If I don't have it by tomorrow, then I will just send out friend requests to the next 2 that dropped their comment first. Let's go ahead and move on and collect our fruits of their labors. There's a bunch of fiery herbs. I did switch back to Blastoise. While the Doug Trio was helping with getting tomatoes, it was not helping with making sure that we had enough ingredients to actually make a proper meal. So I think having Blastoise is actually the better option on the team. So that is going to be the plan going forward. Let's go ahead and get breakfast up and running. Where are we at? Choose a recipe, solar power tomato curry. Go ahead and throw in all this milk and cocoa and those 10 honey that we got. And tomato seems to be a little harder to come by for some reason. I'm not actually sure why. I feel like Doug Trio has been pretty consistent with bringing in a lot of tomatoes in the past weeks, but for some reason this week it's kind of slacking a little bit. May just have to take a week where we work on getting that Bellsprout powered up. But we did get 9,727 strength gain from this solar power tomato curry. I don't think that's enough to put us to Master 9. It'll be close, I think. That's Sun. Y. Nope, not Master 9, but we might, maybe we might get there by the end of these berries. If not, I could be a little cheeky and just toss in a couple. Where you at? Toss in a couple of these. Let's see what happens. 1 berry left. Not enough. Just gonna be a little cheeky. Give 1. Is that enough? Nope. 2. Nope, still not enough. All right, let's give him 2 berries. That should be enough. 112. 112. No, not enough. Oh, I did not mean to grab the whole stack. Whoops. Well, that's definitely enough. All we needed was 1 more. Go figure. Master 9. There we are. All right, now let's see where we are in terms of how far we are from Master 10. So 465, we need 532. That is a big jump. Another 72,000 to get, or 77,000 to get there. So quite a ways to go, but not too bad. I don't know if we can get there today, but we should definitely get there tomorrow. But last thing before I forget, I'm still getting used to trying to remember this, but I remembered to grab our daily gift, and let's see what we got. 50 diamonds. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. So that puts me at 795. Part of me wants to go ahead and buy, where's it at? Buy a good camp ticket. That's not the good camp ticket. Just to have it in my bag, but we already have one. So I don't think we're gonna do that just yet in case something crazy good comes along and we need the diamonds for it. Honestly, it's kind of getting time to start expanding some slots, so maybe that'll be the next thing we do. But for now, that's all I've got for today. I appreciate you watching the video. Make sure to hit the like button if you liked it, subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, later dudes. Good morning everyone and welcome back. We're on day 7 here on Greengrass Isle, where we've got our Sunday, well, not our Sunday research, but our Sunday recovery incense apparently starting off. We have our Sunday cooking day. That's the word I was looking for. I did swap out my entire team, well, most of my team last night for all ingredient gatherers. Now that we're at Master 9, almost Master 10, I really want to make sure that we have as many ingredients as possible for our meals that we're going to make today, and also to get us set up pretty well going into tomorrow morning. Hopefully we'll have enough ingredients left over that we can have a pretty decent first meal for next week, because we tend to have a problem with that. So all day today, I'm only running ingredients. Venusaur is a hybrid, but it brings in enough honey and other stuff that I'm not worried about it. But that is the plan. That's why I've swapped out the team for what you saw on screen. Let's go ahead and jump into the meat and potatoes of the episode and get our 100 sleep points, which puts us at 18,747. And we should have a pretty decent sleep report today. Master 9 sleep. So hopefully we can break that 50 million barrier. Let's see, we had 9.5 hours of sleep. Definitely caught up on some sleep that I was missing out on. Got some slumbering sleep in there, but maybe this is either I think this is gonna be balanced. Yep, balanced sleep type, which is not bad. Not bad. And like I said, hopefully we can break that 50 million mark. That's kind of what I'm going for. See a lot of 1 stars. So the 1 stars are dwindling. 51.9 million, almost 52. So not bad. Not bad at all. I'm really hoping we see that pincer again after yesterday. I kind of want to just take it home now just to say, ooh, a top belly Totodile. One of my favorite starters. Not bad. See, we got a Ditto down there. Oh, only 5 that sleep styles that we already had before, so quite a few new ones. So we got the Ditto, we've got the Geodude, Flaffy, I see probably a Vigoroth right there, Togepi, and Sudowoodo. Pretty good stuff, not too bad. Let's see what else we got. That is Vigoroth. So we got the exercising sleep for Vigoroth. I think we've had one before. I don't think this is our first one. Yeah, we had the impatient sleep. Now, I have heard kind of mixed opinions on the Vigoroth line. Ooh, look who's back. Absol's back. I have heard mixed opinions on the Vigoroth line, so I'm not 100% sure that I want one just yet, but it may be worth it in the long run. I definitely want one just for the collection, if nothing else. Danger sensing sleep. Its curved, bow-like horn remains vigilant even while Absol sleeps. It's said that this Pokemon's ability to detect danger is strong even as it slumbers. Not too bad, and then now we know the last one is this, a top-belly Totodile. Super cute. Even though they drew his eye on there, kind of weird. We are missing the 3-star style, which is probably locked somewhere, either behind an incense or on a specific island. Probably cyan if I had to take a guess. All right, let's see. So first things first, the Ditto, pretty low. Haven't put any work on the Vigoroth at all. But the one thing that I'm pretty sure we're going to take home today is going to be that Absol. Because I already put in a lot of work while I was gone for those few days. So I put in a lot of work on that Absol that showed up there just to make sure we could take it home today. So that's definitely going home with us. Oh, it's already on Poke Biscuits, even better. So there we go. First Absol in the bag. Now to hope that it's got some decent skills and a decent nature. Which actually I guess doesn't really matter all that much since we have this Blastoise that's doing very well for us. So not really all that concerned actually. It would be nice if it's good, but it's not the worst if it isn't. And let's definitely send out some Absol candy to help people who need it. So we got 2,709 research XP and 5,057 dream shards. Now it's time to check out this Absol and see what we've got going on. Level 17 with a gentle nature. Where are you at, Absol? Right there. So we've got Cocoa, Apples, Cocoa, which not ideal. I mean, it is nice to have Cocoa up front, but not the best. Inventory up is pretty good. I will take that. Dream Shard bonus, it's okay. Might be good next week if we could somehow get this to level 25, but I don't think that's happening. And the helping bonus is actually pretty good. Helping speed S, also good. And skill level up S, not bad. So the sub skills aren't that great, but they're not bad. I would like ingredient up, but that's not what we got. And gentle with main skill chance up and energy down, not great. So probably not going to be the best. It is fairly solid early on. It's definitely something we could throw on the team to help out Blastoise if we're just really needing a ton of Cocoa, but not the best, nowhere near the worst. So we will hold on to it for now. What is that, 17? Yeah. Level 17, we'll hold on to it for now, and we will just have to wait and see if there's ever a situation where we need it. But pretty good. Happy to have it on the team. Like I said, it's always good for the collection one way or the other, so I am happy for that. Took a long time to load there. Another 182 sneaky snacking while we were gone. Blastoise putting in work. I will take skill triggers today. Skill triggers are very needed today. That's 2 for 2. And you can see this Duck Trio bringing in a lot of berries instead of tomatoes. Only 6 tomatoes, which is kind of weird given that it's an ingredient specialist. But that's kind of been the story all week with this Doug trio, and that's why I've swapped out and had the Blastoise on the team. Unfortunately, no skill trigger on the Blastoise that I wanted. What about you? Oh, you had Candy. We did get a skill trigger there, so that's good. Skill triggers are going to be very helpful today, especially on these ingredient magnets. So we are out of ingredient space for right now. We won't be once I cook. No new news today, but we did get a new medal. 140 normal type Pokemon studied, 20 diamonds. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. Let's see what you guys have been up to. What did y'all find? Heracross someone found. Interesting. We've got 43 reports and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 that doubled. Only 6. Interesting. It does seem like the amount of double candies for me personally has gone down. It's probably just the fluctuations of RNG and the way it works. So I don't think there's anything behind the scenes that has changed. It's just my luck has changed. So not too bad. I did see that Heracross sleep. Altaria, Magnezone. Ooh, somebody found a Magnezone? Very nice. Yeah, quite a lot of interesting stuff. There is one level up at level 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man, I was wondering how long that was going to go on. So we got 8 Handy Candy S and 1 Ingredient Ticket S, which is good. I definitely need to resupply on those ingredient tickets. And hold on, what did I just see? I think I may have imagined it. I did. I thought I imagined, or I did imagine that this said 50 out of like 80 or something. Thought they snuck in a friend limit increase on us. Nope, just my brain being my dumb brain. And before we forget, which I almost forgot yesterday, let's go grab our daily gift and see what we get. Oh, Handy Candy, I'll take that. Got quite a few, but I will take some more. And the holiday bundles are now in the shop. So if you're wanting to purchase them, they are available now if you haven't seen that yet. I won't be purchasing any of them as a free player. I don't really have the diamonds to spare at the moment. Are you going to get to Master 10 before I even cook? I think you are. Almost there. Almost. Come on. There it is. So there's Master 10. We might hit Master 11 today, just depending on how the cooking goes, but I'm not planning for it. Like I said, Master 10 was really kind of my goal for the week. So we're where I wanted to be, where I wanted to end the week, and let's go ahead and jump into making some breakfast. Why can't I click on you? There we go. All right, so we should have plenty to make some interesting stuff. We don't have enough for the bulk up curry, which is what I would ideally like to make, but I think we need some better ingredient gatherers before I can make that more consistently. But we are going to be able to throw a ton of stuff into this pot, which is really good. I want to make sure I get the most of these high strength ingredients. Let's see, what else can we throw in? Herbs are always really good. Let's just make sure we leave enough for lunch. Yeah, we can throw in some more. These fiery herbs add quite a bit, and let's throw in all this excess. Well, not all of it because we maxed out, but that is a pretty solid dish. We should have close to 20,000. Well, maybe not. We should have at least 15,000. Because we're looking at over 10,000 just on the ingredients alone. 11,505 just on the extra ingredients. Oh, we did get almost 20,000. 18,827. That's very good. And that puts it at level 38. So it's it is unfortunate that we did not get an extra tasty though. That would have been very good for that. That might have put us at least halfway to Master 11. Yeah, that would have put us over halfway to Master 11 on its own just for breakfast. But again, not really trying that hard to get to Master 11. We do have 50,000 more that we need to get there, which isn't a lot, but without the berry gatherers today, it's probably not going to happen unless we get... we'd probably have to get more than one extra tasty. Maybe. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes. For now, like I said, I'm really just trying to make sure we have enough ingredients for meals and also for the start of next week. And there's a bunch of ingredients right there, so we almost have we're over halfway towards being ready for lunch. But before we do move on, I do have a lot of these handy candies, and one last thing I wanted to check was potentially, now that we're at the end of the week, maybe using them to get this Gengar up and running. Let's see where we would be. Let me go ahead and pull this back up for you guys. So I'm not worried about evolving it. What I am worried about, actually, I don't even know why I pulled up this page. I can do this in my head. Yeah, we can forget that page entirely. So we have 21 candies. I need 80, which means I need 59 more, which would be 20 handy candies we'd have to use. And we have 39, which is quite a bit. So I think that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to use 20 of these. That will give us the 81 we need, and we will go ahead and get this guy a Gengar, because that is what we need right now. That other Gengar we had, it served us well, but this one is significantly better. There it is, Gengar number 2. An 86% Gengar at that, so very, very good to have that on the team. It will be really good once it's level 30, and we got our frequency all the way down to 3454, so we should be rolling in herbs very soon. The only thing that I wish we had was a nature that increased ingredient finding, but this is actually very good for what it is. I'm happy with that investment. Still quite a ways from getting this Doug Trio to level 30. Unfortunately, I think it's been level 25 all week. So an entire week worth of having it on the team, and it still hasn't leveled up. We do have the level 31 Blastoise, the other Gengar. You can see it's only 37%. So not the best, but its speed of help is very good. And then, oh, didn't even realize that we got to level 25. Even better. Level 25 Venusaur, there we go. So what did that unlock? Inventory up L. It's got carry limit is very high. 46 item carry limit. That's good though, because that's less often that I have to check the game, and more ingredients it'll have when I do finally get around to it, especially with its rash nature. Very good. But that's the team we got running for today. They're going to stick around all day. I will probably swap them out going into... actually, I don't know. Because tomorrow's Monday, so swapping them out actually wouldn't do any good other than giving XP. So yeah, I'll probably swap them out for a team of Pokemon that need some XP. Larvitar and stuff like that I just want to get a little bit of extra XP on them. But other than that, they will be sticking around throughout the rest of the day just to stock up on those ingredients. And that is kind of where we're going to wrap up this week. We'll see what tomorrow's Master 10, maybe Master 11 research brings. But until then, make sure to hit that like button if you liked the video. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. And until next time, later, dudes.